Hello, it's your friend WTFast Chasco again, and today's video it's all about mid laners. Mid lane usually is the place for the main chorus. It's a place for champions that will have not only very good damage but high survivability. Believe it or not, the mid lane is the hardest lane to stay alive. Not only your opponent will be heavily armed like you, but the jungler will have you as dinner and you won't even know where that came from. Mid lane is a very fun lane, and it has that spice of omnipresence, you know, because you can do everything from there. Mid lane are usually AP carries. That means that they are mages that make a lot of damage in a matter of seconds and also will deliver high value crowd control to the enemy team. For example, Vigor can stun an entire team and also deliver a fatal combo to a squishy enemy. There is some exceptions with AD Assassin as well. For example, Zed doesn't have that particular good crowd control, but it can disintegrate an enemy in a single combo and leave the battlefield without getting too much damage at the end. However, mid lane is a versatile lane. It's not like bot lane where 99% of the time you will see a support and a range shooter. Mid lane can be whatever you want it to be. Almost every single champion can be a mid laner, but you have to have some common sense in the moment to pick what is best for you and stick if possible to the metagame in order to get the best outcome possible. If you are new to the game, I will recommend easy picks like, for example, Annie, Veigar, Lux, always useful, Orianna. These are champions that need low skill and get high rewards. But if you are experienced and you think you have some skills, you want some flashy plays, perhaps you can go and try Zed, Yasuo or Fizz. Please remember that this lane is absolute necessary that you control it in order to win. If you don't know how to do that, please go to our video on how to control the lane in order to know how this mechanic works, and that way you can control the placement of your minions to make the lane easier for the jungle to help you. Your main goal is to win the lane at all costs by getting more farm than your enemy and killing him as much as you can. And as you get fed, you will move to other lanes and kill them to pass the advantage. Your main goal is to kill and control, to separate people from the team and burst them as much as you can. Now, being a solo lane means that you will have to fight your enemy one-on-one in the shortest lane, but be careful of your movement. Vision is crucial because junglers love to kill mid laners because they are usually squishy and the lane is small enough to be ganked by either side of the bushes or from behind. So make sure you have wards and see the enemy movement to know what his plan. If that's not possible, make sure you can close the kill in the least amount of time possible. The more time you waste trying to kill someone, the bigger the window of opportunity to die due to gank of an enemy cooldown. Here's a tip. Mid lane is a lot of psychological fight, and people that don't know this usually give away their intentions. For example, someone that plays saves, as soon as you see him over-aggressive is because he's getting a gank from his jungler, and if he's trying to move to a side in order for you to move to the other, it's because he wants to position you for a better chance of a gank. And of course, you can do the same, but just don't be too obvious. Another thing to consider is that the mid lane is probably the most important lane in the game, because as soon as the mid tower falls, you will open a lot of possibilities for your team to attack the enemy jungler and lanes. So be actively protecting your tower and don't let them push so hard, even if that's a champion meant for this purpose as Vel'Koz or Malzahar. So, in order to remember this, repeat after me. Pick, damage, control, and kill fast. So, pick means that you have to pick a champion that works for you. Damage, you have to make sure that you can make as much damage as possible. Control, remember, separate and conquer. And kill fast, close your kills as fast as possible. I hope this video fits you well and that you have learned something. My name is WTFast Chasco, and please don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to know when the next video is going to be released. See you next time.